excuse me. This is probably going to be a 10 to 15 minute live. If you've never joined me before, welcome or welcome back to Kentucky Southern Belle, where we pretty much do everything. But this channel is solely focused on like micro locks and everything with natural hair, how to do hair. It's been my biggest thing on here now. And I have a few things to share with everybody today in conjunction to yesterday's video. So, let me get a drink. When it's cold, I don't put it on my teeth, in case you wonder why I did that. Okay, so first of all, thank you for joining me. If you have not, like, comment, subscribe, send me questions. I do Q&A lives all the time. I've been doing those at least for a while anyway. So in today's video, I've got to show you the color of my hair. I decided to do something a little bit different today and unorthodox, and I'm kind of actually liking this setting because I'm getting the natural light, so you get to actually see my hair, kind of see the color. It's pulled up right now. I had it down earlier when I left the house. But this was the color that I did yesterday that I showed you on the live, which was a 7R, and it was supposed to be like a medium blonde. It was supposed to kind of lift and deposit because, of course, I've got the gray hair. It gives, like, anytime I lift the hair, it gives me what I call hot roots. So it always looks like it's lighter around here where I have the gray hair, but usually that fades, so it's all good. Had it all over my forehead. It was a mess. So, partnered with Curls Queen. It will also be linked in this video. Need to go back and link it to the other video for anybody that is wanting to order micro lock extensions or dreadlocks. The website has different ones, different densities. Apparently you can color these. That's what we're going to be discussing today. How my hair turned out with the color using the 7R. We were going for more of an autumn color, kind of like an auburn color. So since it's fall. So I'm going to be sharing today in conjunction to that video yesterday. Thank you, Finley. Thank you very kindly. In conjunction to that video, I'm going to show you how the micro lock extensions turned out, what I think I should do going forward, and we're going to discuss the color that I used on my hair. So yesterday we used the 7R, which was by not Wella, the Eon brand, which was from Sally's, which is fine. I used a 30 volume to lift the roots because I've got gray hair. And so today, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to show you exactly. Thank you. Hello, Anything Minnie. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. But today what I did was I took the extra tube of color back that I did not use, and I picked up what I should have used in the first place. So although I like this color, had to change it up. So I ended up getting a high density color. Now, usually I use the Matrix. Matrix has a color line. For those of you that haven't used it, you want to go red, or they've got reds, browns. These colors are really good for regular hair, micro locks, dreads, whatever, because you don't have to bleach the hair. You don't have to bleach the hair in order to get the actual color. So this is a copper red. Okay, this is H10. You don't necessarily have, I mean, if your hair is pre-lightened, say if you were blonde and you put this on, it's going to be really, really coppery red. This was what I was going more for because as it fades, it's going to kind of be that brown color, which is usually fine with me because I do it every 8 weeks. So to your question, how long does it last? These colors last a lot longer than if you were using a 40 volume with a regular color, which is what I did, and I was okay with it. Since red is not a true color, it is one of the fastest fading colors you can put on your hair. However, with the high definition colors like this one, this is supposed to be in conjunction to using the Matrix. These last as long as it's on the hair, as long as you're using like a hydrating or a color safe shampoo. A lot of times I tell people if they're using a hydrating shampoo, if you just not so happen not to have like a color treated shampoo, you can use hydrating, which is what I do, or I kind of mix them together. And I'm also going to let you guys in on something that I learned too. So tonight, I'm actually going to go in. So let me take this down and show you how the color turned out. So yes, the red will last as long as it's on there. Now it will fade a little bit because again, color fades and red is not a true color. So I really feel like it turned out okay. I like how the ends are still highlighted. I just used a 10 volume on the ends and I used a 30 in the roots. I'm okay with the way that it turned out, but I wanted more of the copper. So as you can see, I also tightened my locks the day before I put the color on. So let me get some better light in here so you can see a little bit better. So it, like I said, it got rid of the gray, which is fine, but I just want more of the copper in it. I'd never figured out how to put like a picture in picture on here so that you could see exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Bree. And you know, and I got to reach out to you today because I got to send you some stuff over. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Some stuff I found out. So anyway, but thank you. But yeah, so it's really red, but again, I'm just not, I wanted more of the auburn copper color. So I'm actually going to use the high definition today. I'm going to go in, put it only on the roots, and I am going to use 30 again, but it's because I don't have to bleach the hair, it's only going to stay on a short period of time. So moving on to the extensions that I showed people, because I did get a thing in my email about it. So in the email, it was talking about the extensions. So one of the things that I came back today, hang on, I'm closing the clips on these. So I used this same color on these. Although it deposited the color, I used the 30 volume and I used heat. I think what I'm gonna have to do is pre-lighten these before I put the red on them. So as you can see, they have a little bit of red, but they are nothing in comparison to the color of my hair. Now it would still work if I wanted to just make them full. Hang on. To do like my French twist, you know, to do a bun or something like that. I think it would be successful in doing that, because see how much fullness it has, and which I've not clipped those in. But it's going to be fine, I think. But I am going to have to bleach these up a little bit. Or I thought about even using my high definition color. Again, with these, you can use 20, 30, or 40, depending on the darkness of the hair. With dark hair, 30 to 40. If it hasn't been pre-treated, if it's extremely dark, it's safe to use a 40. But I would start off with a 30, just because the higher you go up, of course, 40 volume is 4 levels. So although I really like the extensions they sent me, she told me I could lighten them. Like I said, I can see the red in them. Prayerfully, you guys can see it. But it just didn't turn out. They just did not turn out the way that I wanted them to. So I'm just going to start over. But what I wanted to also tell you guys that I learned about locks for people that are locticians, hairdressers, or people that just did DIY locks like I did. And I'm about to pull these back up because they're kind of annoying. I think I'm just kind of annoyed with it today. All right. I'm annoyed with a lot of things today for some reason. Not really, but yeah, I really am. Hang on, let me get my little pieces down and stuff. My little forehead is round, so I gotta have, like, you know. So what I found out, and I watched a video, it just kind of popped up on Instagram, actually. And it was a video of a lady. She's been doing locks for 15 plus years. And her micro locks were like down to her. They were really pretty, but she wears hers really dark. One thing that I learned as she was doing this client's hair, she was tightening them up and get them together. What I learned was the reason why, because remember in my video, it's one of the most searched, reshared, and watched videos on my entire channel. It gets thousands of views literally every week. I kid you not. It's because people want to figure out, because in the video, and I've actually made 2 more since then, but in the video, like loose ends like this, where like it hasn't completely sealed per se, like say this one, and this is the one I did on video to kind of show you how to fix that. Well, the reason that happens is that I learned, because I'm just kind of learning along the way. But excuse me, one of the things that I learned was when you are locking within the first year, and I wish I had known this even when I had the extensions in them, even when I took them out, was that when you moisturize your scalp, your hair, you're not supposed to moisturize the ends of your locks by no stretch of the imagination, like at all. The hair is supposed to be extremely dry. Well, I knew that, but one of the secrets that I used when I first started them was I took hot water and sea salt. Because a lot of times when I worked in the salon back home, it's like people that go to the beach, salt water mats the hair. So a lot of people that had matted hair that had been like on vacation, they come in and say, you know, why does my hair mat when I'm in salt water? Well, a secret is Paul Mitchell, they actually created a spray called, I think it was called beach spray. Well, it was basically a sea salt, and it's for people that kind of have oily hair or they want to mat the hair. So that's what I did. I just took some organic sea salt with hot water, put it in a spray bottle, and I would actually spray my locks to so they would lock and kind of dry and when I first started. So that was something that I learned. Like you can moisturize the scalp of your hair, but do not, and I don't do that all the time, but every now and then I kind of just take the oil that's left on my hands and I move through them. But I've also been locked for let's see, it was 2 years in April. So I'm right at about 2.5 years, roughly. Yeah, because it was like April the 1st when I finished them. I started on March the 29th. Or yeah, so it took me like 2 days total to do it. So, but yeah, so sea salt helped me to seal them. And one disclaimer I will use, if you color your hair before you lock and you're thinking about using the sea salt method, don't. It will fade your color. So you don't want to use sea salt on any color that you use on your locks whatsoever, because if you're going to a professional, you don't want to be wasting your money. You know, you get it colored and you're using that sea salt. I mean, it's literally going to be money down the drain, because most colorists and stylists charge by the length of your hair. So don't use it. Now, if your hair is naturally dark, it doesn't matter. Do what you will. Okay. So sea salt is my secret, but I did learn when you moisturize your scalp, do not put any oils on the ends or throughout the hair, because it makes it unravel. And I will say, like, these aren't unraveling, but I noticed that I have been moisturizing them. Well, like, I use a leave-in by Miel, and I love it because it's pomegranate and I forget, but it's pomegranate and something. And I really love it. I use it on my hair and my daughter's hair, who is also natural. And it's just a really good moisturizer on my scalp. But I noticed that recently, like the ones that have it sealed on the ends, like this one, because this was a baby one that I started. So all the little short ones here, like this one, all of these are my newer locks. Yes, pomegranate honey. Look, yes, that's the leave-in. Okay, yeah, that's the one that I use. I look, and I meant to pick some more up today when I went and exchanged my color and got the high definition. I love it. The pomegranate honey is, yeah, see, there you go. Okay. That's what friends are for. No, seriously, but no, that's what it is. It's the pomegranate and honey by by Miel. So, but I love it. But I noticed that because sorry, I'm busy. My friend's on here, and yeah, it's just, I could hear her laugh. So that's so that's what made me laugh. So anyway, but for the ones that I've started, like these baby ones, they're not locking on the ends because I've been over moisturizing them. So I'm laying off of moisturizing the ends of the newer locks that I've started. This one's a new one. Not as new as these, but let's see. And this one, if you guys remember this one was way up here. So this one's grown in a lot, but it's not, it was sealing, but it's not now as much. It's kind of sealed. But because I've been putting those oils on the end that I've been putting on my scalp, it's keeping them from sealing. So I didn't want to gatekeep that information, because I literally just learned that from a loctician that's been doing it for, I think she said she's been doing it, I think I told you guys earlier, like 15 years. So And Bree, I'm going to, when this live ends, I'm actually going to call you. Okay. So yeah, no oil on the ends. I'm a huge fan. Well, thank you, Mariah Moore. Um, I pray that I have helped you if you haven't started your locks or just my channel in general, because before I started focusing more on the hair and color and stuff, I've done pretty much everything on my channel, but I decided to kind of niche down. And then I've started other channels. Thank you, Nicole, for adding me. Thank you for the support, anybody that's joining me now. So I do want to share on this video, because I told you I would yesterday, assuming that my extensions would be the same exact color as my hair, and they are not, because I'm going to have to pre-bleach these. I'm gonna put some in and just kind of just show you again, it's Curls Queen is the company, just how they work and what they look like. And I don't know, I might actually leave them dark so it'll just kind of have a, I guess, like a variation of color. I do want to share something with you guys. I was talking to my cousin yesterday. She is actually wanting to get micro locks too. And one of the things she was asking me, she said, well, I heard that, you know, when you get your locks tightened, it makes your scalp really sore. The chocolate brown with the red. Well, and I've done that before. I've used the neutral, Nicole. And actually the last color, I used a neutral. So it was kind of like a brown. It was like a red brown. So it was a lot deeper than this red that I used this time. But like I was telling my cousin, I'm gonna clip these in while I'm talking to you, okay? I was telling her that I've got a really tough head. And for those that are just joining me, if you want to, these are the lock extensions that a company sent to me to promote, that I'm actually working on the full length video for. And I love them. I didn't even know these existed. But like I was telling my cousin, that when you do start them, yeah, you have to be prepared, because I was never a tender-headed person ever. I actually had a concussion once and didn't know it, if that tells you anything. But since I've had my hair locked, my head is really sensitive. It's extremely sensitive now. When I tighten them, which I just did, like my head, I did it 2 nights ago. It only took me 3 hours to do my entire head. But my head was so sore. What's today? Sunday. My head was so sore yesterday that even when I got on the, like I was coloring it, it was really hard to section my hair off and basically demonstrate how to put these in, if anybody was thinking about ordering these. And like I say, I'm going to put them in the product description. But yeah, so when you're not actually doing your hair all the time, and as a hairdresser, I have literally done literally every color from the blondest blonde to the blackest black, literally. Any color you can think of, I've probably done it. So just the years of hair extensions, getting it cut, getting color, getting relaxers, I was always doing something to my hair. So I've just never been tender-headed. You know, even when I was growing up and we were getting our hair pressed, my sister, my younger sister, she would be just like crying sometimes. And I would just sit there because, first of all, I didn't want to get pecked by my grandmother for moving. So I'm just like, even though it hurts, and she was heavy-handed. All the women in my family that have done our hair is extremely heavy-handed. So yeah, I just learned to deal with it. I don't know if I should have, if that's actually the right thing to do, but that's just what we had to do. So anyway, just never been tender-headed. But now that I have locks, your girl's tender-headed, okay? So like I say, with these, with the Curls Queen extensions, they come with 10. They come in varying lengths. Now, I want you guys to know, for the ones that have joined, these are not the color of my hair. I still like them though, because it's giving. It's giving me something. But all I'm doing is just kind of demonstrating and allowing you to see what this looks like when the hair is thickened up with these in. These will be my last ones that I put on this side, and then I'll put some here and kind of demonstrate, you know, what you can do with them. They came with extra clips when they sent them to me in the mail, or they FedExed them actually. But they also sent extra clips just in case, you know, because some people, I had a friend that used to clip hers, and she used to put a lot of clips on her tracks so she could just take them in and out, and they were easier. Okay, so see the difference when I put the extensions in versus like what they looked like before. And if you're just joining, you might have to go back, watch the beginning of this video in order to see. But, and for everybody that's been following my journey, this side of my head has always been thinner. Now the locks, I feel like, you know, have thickened up, but if you don't have the hair there, it just ain't there, okay? But over time, I was looking for my rubber band. That's fine. I'm just gonna do it like this. Let's see. You just kind of gotta work with what you have. So for anybody that's just maybe starting off with their locks, they customize these for you. So if your locks are a little bit smaller, a little bit thicker, they customize these for you on the website. They don't, now we'll tell, this is the disclaimer though, they don't have very many colors. They have a few, but most of them, because you can add your own color to them, they're high quality and you can put color on them, which is why I colored them yesterday. But again, to no avail to me, because they didn't turn out. And now that the sun is setting, like I said, try to get some natural light here, a little bit more anyway, so you can kind of see the red in them. And I don't know, I've been to just left them alone. I know my cousin, that was another question. It might have been my cousin or somebody else that was like, are you gonna ever darken them back to my natural hair color? Before I started lightening them up, my hair is naturally dark. And to be honest, I don't see myself going back to a dark color, because I feel like even though my natural hair is dark, I just didn't want to, let me make sure everything's hidden. There we go. For what I'm about to show y'all. I didn't mind them being dark, my natural hair, because my hair's dark. But, and hi to I see you too, QT. Hello, thank you for joining us. But I just feel like as I'm getting more seasoned, I just feel like I look better with my hair lighter, if that makes sense. You get in there, sorry. I always get an interruption when I'm on the live. Get in there. Okay, so this essentially was what I wanted to do. Hey, sweetheart. Come here to say, because I need my clips. I'm going to show you guys a couple of styles you can do with your locks. And what I plan to do while I got the extensions. Hey, will you hand me my bag with like my clips and bobby pins in it? In the very bottom drawer, it's like in a little Ziploc bag. My daughter is supposed to be taking a nap. Yes, you should see all the little stuff. And hey, would you bring the foam rollers? Because I'm gonna show those too. They're in a Ziploc bag that should be right underneath them. So, yes, I need that. Okay, and also hand me the other one with the rollers in there too, if you don't mind. Thank you. Have a baggie with all my tools in there. And of course, like I've shown you guys before on every live, what I use to tighten them, which is why, yeah, those right there. Thank you. Alrighty. And you go in there and get your nap right now. To show everybody what I use when I tighten them, if I can find my tool. This bag has so much stuff in it. This is one, I use my crochet needle. I've had this same crochet needle, I know, for about 10 years. Super inexpensive. Some people do their locks all the way through with these, but I use this. I use the single tool when I need to seal the ends or fix like lumps, and or when I'm straightening them. Like say, which I haven't done this video in a while, but usually when, like say this one is a little bit lumpy. Hey, put that down.
You broke my wrist.
Yeah, well, get out of here. I did not break your wrist. You and her being nosy. When I'm getting the lumps out, because a lot of people get the retention in their locks because they're not smoothing that lock out. See the difference that made? So periodically I go through my locks and use that. So this tool, this one, and this one is the one that I predominantly use. What did I do with it? It's the little hook needle. It looks like almost like the little needles that you use when you sew in your hair. I may have put it in the drawer, so I'm not gonna worry about it today. We're gonna focus on the task at hand. But these two tools plus that little needle that you've seen on my videos and on my other lives, thank you. Those are the ones that I use. Anytime I sit down, I gotta have all three. So I've used 7 tracks of the hair in here, and I'm getting ready to show you. So before we do the clips, I'm actually going to do a style with these, not today, but these little foam rollers. I'm gonna demonstrate how to use these if for anybody that's wanting to use them. Anytime you section your hair, always do it at an angle so that it's easy to roll these. Okay, I always try to start at the top. Some of your shorter ones are gonna fall, which is fine. You can always go in and pin those. But the good thing about these rods versus like perm rods is you don't have to clip them. When the hair is wet, you can just put these in. And what I do is each time you pick them up, you connect them together so that they stay down. But that's a video for another day. But yeah, I got these from, surprisingly, the Dollar Tree. I was really impressed. And the quality of them is, you know, really good. They're really bendable. Okay, so here's the style. I'm going to be using my gold bobby pins. Hey you. Go in there, get a nap. I'm serious. If you want to go somewhere later. My daughter's been up since super early. Okay.
Can't sleep.
Let's get to it. So here's the pins. I usually take several off. I have some in the bag. And this is why you'll see why I put the extensions more to one side than the other. You can do it however you can do these however you want to, but I'm just gonna do them my way. I usually take a clip to pin these out of the way. So they're over there. Okay. So there's a number of ways when you are doing like a French twist. And like I say, my goal is to make sure that these stay completely. And since that one of the things I don't like right now is my makeup line is really showing because of that red hair color. So it's just, it looks terrible. So as I'm kind of doing like a French twist, I'm just going in and placing those clips right down in there just like so. And these actually give you quite a bit of body, which, like I said, which is why I wanted to use them in the first place. Now, I do see this clip showing, so just don't, I don't want to hear it right now, no. No, but for real, but I'm not so much concerned with that right now as I'm just trying to just show you when you have short locks and you want to use something like this, how easy it is. Because it takes me back to the 90s when you would go to like the hair shops, and they would put those big French twists on your hair. Well, they were stuffing the synthetic hair into the French twist so it would give body. Now, some people tease the hair, but with locks, you can't really, quote unquote, tease the hair per se. And I like wearing my hair like this just because it feels like a crowning moment for me. Okay? It makes me feel like royalty. And your head is your crown, so, you know. But yeah, as you are putting that hair in there, just roll and clip, roll and clip. And I feel like with the extensions in, it just gives me a better, it just makes it look a lot better. And I don't, like I said, I don't have the queen. It's www.curlsqueen.com. Have to add that again. I feel like, and I shaved my neck or lined my neck up because that's the kitchen area. Because that's one thing I do not like is, and I know for some people, they may say, well, I don't clean the kitchen area up, with natural hair, but I do because I don't like the way that it looks. And I've been doing it for so many years. It has to be done. Okay, so now that one side is done, as you can see, it looks super full, super beautiful, super elegant. This could be worn when you go dancing, whatever. And like I say, don't worry about these showing because if I really had somewhere to be, those would not be showing right now. Like I said, I'm getting all my little bobby pins out. Now, these are the gold ones that I showed you, but there are a few little black ones in here. Next, you're going to take this clip out. You're going to do the same thing, okay? This side also has the extensions, but again, a lot of times when you pulling these up, like on your side that is thinner, if you can try to smooth your, like the thinner ones in there first, and then roll, you'll have a much better success, somewhat hiding that. So this is just kind of what I just wanted to show you guys, more with the color, more with on the live stream. Yes, I do. Sorry, I didn't see that. Nobody, I do. She is always sometimes on them because she likes to be on here. So sometimes she is on my lives.
Sometimes.
So she's just not dressed at the moment, which is the only reason why you haven't seen her pop her head in here. I know some people are really leery, and you have to be leery today with, putting your kids online because there are some creeps out there. But I just make sure everything is appropriate, kid friendly, and just not to disclose anything we shouldn't disclose to anyone. And for people that are asking or have asked, how am I doing this, in case you're wondering, I've just been doing hair so long, like I can visually see it in my mind. That's just like even when I do, no, that's not gonna work either. That's not gonna work, sweetie. I can just get a visual. And hello, Sea Life Celestia. I hope I said that right. Thank you, Jay.
JJ.
I am in Huntsville, Alabama, honey. This is not where I'm from, but this is home now. And so, yes, this is home. I did not say that earlier, and I usually try to say, hey, it's Kentucky Southern Belle, reporting live from Huntsville, Alabama. And this is just, like I said, just a quick little style that I would wear. Because sometimes when it's really hot outside, or if I'm doing yard work, I don't like my locks down. And I have a little thing that I wear to keep dust out of them. Because sometimes I'm working like in my flower bed or just basically outside. And there's a lot of construction on like new homes and stuff in the area. So all that red clay is just blowing around. So I try to cover them up because I don't wash my locks every day. Now, if I'm sweating, I usually don't sweat in my head. For those that do, you may have to shampoo them more often, which is perfectly fine. But I cover mine up, try to keep dust, dander, I do like it here. It says, yes, I do like it here in Huntsville. Huntsville, compared to where I'm from, is a very nice city. One of the things that I like about it, because I'm from the Midwest and we get a lot of overcast, a lot of overcast. In the winter is majority overcast. You want to say, she has on my rope so she can be decent in camera. Look, we kind of look alike.
I just did my hair.
Your little bonnet looks like my hair a little bit. So yeah. Uh-oh, your little puffs is going wild. So yes, we just shampooed her hair today. and made it all pretty and did some little puffs up there. Here, you put that back on. Here you go. You're supposed to be laying down.
No,
let me get, because I got to end this live here shortly. But yes, like I was saying, where I'm from, there's a lot of overcast. Vitamin D is always low in the winter because you're not getting any sun until sometime spring. I mean, you might get some sunny days, but not really. One of the things that I absolutely love about Huntsville since I've been here is the weather. It's usually warmer longer and you have a lot of sunny days. So like if it storms and it could be raining in one part of the city and then clear in another. But one thing I like about here is that it could be like storming. I'm talking like thunderstorms, just crazy stuff. And 30 minutes later, it's like nothing happened. The ground is wet, but the sun's out. It's nice. So yes, I do. I love Huntsville. Hello, Jay. Thank you for joining us. For anybody that has not subscribed, please do comment, send me questions because I answer them on my Q&As on my lives. Okay, so let's see, guys. The extensions are in. The micro lock extensions.
Hello.
And as you can see, like you can count, and that's why I'm not really tripping if I don't lighten these up. Because I think this is a vibe. Y'all don't regard the clips because I just was doing something to kind of show you what, something you could do on them. What's that? You holding the color? But it kind of, I love highlights. And in this case, they would be low lights. Low lights are, what's that say? The high definition color. This is H10, the copper red that I'll be putting on later. Yes, they are extensions. I put extensions in. When this live wraps up, Jay, go back in the beginning of this video, because of course I make all of them public, and I will show you how I put those in. But they're the clip-in kind. Curlsqueen.com is the company that sent me these. They customized them for the size of my locks, and they have little clips on them, which there's 2 on each, but they send more just in case you want to add more. But yes, there's extensions in. And I really like them because I like really thick hair, because even though I'm not from Texas, baby, the bigger the better. And that's in everything. Money, other things. Yeah. So I just like fullness. I like, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, leave that one closed. So yes, they're extensions. Okay. I'm happy in cold weather. I like cold weather too. It's been so hot, honestly, that yeah, I'm over. Like today got up to 89. I'm done. I'm done with 89 anything. I want to get up in the morning before I do my 3 miles. Here, you go over there. Because you got on the robe, on my robe. Take my robe off. When I get up and do my 3 miles in the morning, like I say, I'm done with it. I want it to be maybe about 65, 70 in the morning. Do my 3 to 4 miles. I want to come home, shower, do my makeup, and enjoy the day, sit on my porch.
Me too.
You can tell I'm a Southern girl because I absolutely love sitting on my porch. And thank you. Yeah, they're extensions. I love them. And I'm trying to make sure
I'm
the
an
back
Arctic fox, and I live in the Arctic.
Hey. Oh, okay. I'm like, don't be on her disclosing information. Okay, you're an Arctic fox. Okay, perfect.
Yes, and I live in the Arctic.
You live in the Arctic.
Because I like cold.
You like cold weather?
Mm-hmm.
She's a winter baby. She likes, my daughter does not like hot. My oldest daughter, she does not like cold weather.
I love ice cubes.
I don't like anymore. Now, I would rather it be really hot outside versus being super cold. And I'm gonna turn around so y'all can see the back too. But yeah, I'm over the 90-degree days, honey. I want to get up, put on my little jacket that I do my 3 miles in, do them, and be done. Hey, I don't need that. I don't know. I probably could have used that light. Look at that. Look at God. Won't he do it? Okay, here you go. Well, it didn't work today. I like that. Look good. And I forgot I had this. They look good. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
I guess I could. Okay, so anyway, this is just a little light here. Okay, I'm trying to make sure everything's in there. Let me turn around, let you look. This is the side view. As anybody that anybody that has followed me, I was telling you that just due to how I came up, I'm a 80s baby, early 80s baby. So, you know, they was pressing, perming, relaxing our edges right up out of our head, baby. Okay, so I am no different. So the sides are a little bit thinner, but I do feel like over the years they've thickened up since I haven't had a relaxer in. Because even before I started my locks, the ends were relaxed, but the roots were natural. So it's probably been about 3 years since I've had a relaxer. So the sides are thinner. This side is a little bit thinner, but yeah. So let me let you see the side. Okay, this is the back. I just kind of just twisted that up. Now, granted, sometimes I'll do two and I'll pull these all the way up and do it that way. But this is the back. Hopefully you can see that. And I lined my neck up before I did this live too. So that's the back. This is the side. And like I said, this is, I'm trying to make sure all of them are staying in here. This is the thinner side. And I feel like I said, it's kind of came in. And of course, when I color them sometimes, it would appear like they call hot roots. It usually goes away after the next shampoo. But it just makes it seem like it's thinner, but it's just fine. I'm going to take this off. I feel like it's giving me a bad shadow. But this is this side. And like I said, I just kind of rolled that in and did this side. Just something kind of quick, simple, easy. You could wear this dancing. You could do whatever. And like I said, I'm even though when I do the full length video that I will put on here, thank you, Bree. And actually, hey, Noelle, will you hand me my hair clip? That's the scissors right there on the edge of the dresser. I have a bobby pin that, since I'm a hairdresser, no, the little bobby pin that has the scissors on it. It's right there in front of the ring box. Yeah, right in front of the ring box. You see it on the edge? Thank you. Even though the extensions didn't turn out the color that I wanted them to turn out, I really like the low lights. So even tonight, because I'll probably do another live tomorrow, because I'm gonna, instead of messing with it right now, because I want to write my journal, call my friend, update her on some stuff. I think I'm gonna do it before I go to bed. So like, just do the roots. I'm not gonna do the ends because those will always get the color that comes off anyway. And I don't want to lift anything on the ends. So what I'm going to do is just do the roots, and then when I get in the shower, I'm gonna shampoo it out with my hydrating color shampoo by Cara Care is the name of the brand that I use. And then tomorrow when I come on, I'll show you exactly how it looks with the high definition color. And I say, even though this doesn't say high definition, it's the one by Matrix. Thank you, my little ring. I need some rings. I don't have any bling on. Bling. I missed this bling, but you know, whatever. Okay, what's that? Okay. So the Matrix is high definition, which is what this is. So I have this little clip here. I actually have two of them, but I only know where this one is right now. Anytime I do a French twist, I always kind of glam it up, zhuzh it up. I'm thinking about keeping it this way, maybe, because that clip's showing right there. Might have to redo that. In Huntsville, in September, every Sunday, they have Jazz in the Park. They have different musicians, different, you know, acts or whatever. So I'm thinking about going to that later on. It starts at 5 o'clock, which is 4:09 now. It's kind of warm out, and I won't lie to you, this dress is a polyester blend. And we know how polyesters are, okay? And even though I got perfume and I smell good, I've had a shower, I'm just not really trying to sweat today, baby. I'm just not trying to do it. So, I don't know. I might go. So, anyway, but when I do my updos, I always use these. Because I got a rep for my... I've been doing hair since, shoot, I was probably 9. Of course, I didn't get licensed at 9, but I learned how to use the Marcells, the ones, not the stove ones. I had to use the curler ones at first. Actually, I don't like it there. Let me put it a little further down. But I learned how to use Marcel's at the age of 9. So it just was a calling. Okay, there we go. So yes, what y'all think? Hit me up, let me know. Is she ready? Y'all, I might go on a date, okay? I look so good. I don't know who I'm going on a date with, but I'm going with somebody. Okay, I'm going with somebody. So anyway, thank you, Bram. Gary actually reach out to you because I don't know if you plan on going downtown or not, but I'm gonna hit you up to see. But yes, I put my little scissors in there. Earrings right here. I sure am ready for the world. Sure am. And guess what? I ain't got no I don't have a date today, but I will soon. Because I'm putting it out there. Sorry, okay. These are the Temu Fine. Let me tell you, these earrings right here are my favorite. They're like teardrop earrings. And I don't know about y'all, but I loved some Temu. These earrings was like $1. No, they weren't even $1. I think they were like 73 cents. Now when you get on there, of course, they're trying to go up on that stuff because everybody know about Temu. They like $3 for these things now. But I love them because you don't have to put a back in them. You just put them on. This bracelet came from Temu. These bracelets, like, because I like to just feel all frilly and grilly. But yes, what y'all think?
Good. G-O-O-D.
Good. Yes, I like that. Good. I look. My daughter said I look good. I look good with the T. So anyway, that was the live. Like I said, if you just now joining, I added extensions to my micro locks to my hair. They were customized by. It's a black-owned, female-owned company. They do micro locks, extensions, sister locks. They come in different densities and different lengths depending on the size of your locks. Curlsqueen.com. I will link it in this video and the last one if you didn't see me yesterday when I was actually starting that. And I'm actually working on the full length video from when I opened it, which I showed you guys yesterday. So you can go back and watch that. But I'm very, 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 very pleased with what they've sent me. I look forward to working with them again. And maybe next time I'll probably get some that's maybe a little bit longer. And that's just because at some point my locks will be a little bit longer. And you can't really add anything to them because when they customize them, they're already the length they're going to be. So, and some of them are 10-inch and some of them are 8. So, yeah, at some point, like I say, that's what I'll do. Also, before I get off, I'll say for those that, oh yeah, this is a Temu Fine too. It came with a necklace. I do want to grow my locks long, but this is probably as long as I'll go. Once they get to this length altogether, that's pretty much going to be it for me.
What if you have magical spray and you spray your hair with it and then it makes your hair grow?
Look, I feel like they're growing too fast now. So it takes me 3 hours to lock them, to retighten them. But yeah, this is probably as long as I'll go just because, I don't know. I've done everything to my hair in my life. I've done every color, every style, every whatever. So I can pull it up. I can use my little rods. I'm going to do a little video with these because I'm excited. I'm excited to use them. They're two different sizes. Can I finish my live?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm almost done. So once they all get to here, I'm good. I'm going to do these. I think the purple ones are bigger. I'm going to use the bigger ones in the top, the pink ones in the back, since those are, you know, just to kind of give it a variation in style and color and stuff like that. So anyway, I pray that you guys have a great week. I'm going to say something that somebody said to me this past weekend on the phone before I went to sleep. Pray before you lay. I was like, I like that. It's simple and it rhymes. That's why it stuck with me. So pray before you lay. Have a great week. Keep God first. you know, put yourself above others so that when your cup is full, you can pour into others the way you need to, your family, your friends, all that. So, but thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. I'll see you guys tomorrow after I put my color on. So have a blessed evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
You want to say bye on the camera?
Bye.
Look at this bonnet back here.
Yeah.
Get off of it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is that open?
No.
Okay, get your head in there. Bye.
Bye.
What does that say?
Make sure don't forget to like or subscribe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you just joined Simani, I pray I'm saying that right, Simani. Yeah, just go back and view it, the beginning, because I make all of these public, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Extensions on micro locks, using micro locks. All right, bye.
Bye. Don't forget.
Let's do. All right, let's end it.